who do you think is going to answer that? If they're watching you and listening to you on something else, they're not going to watch you on Facebook too.
All right, so now you're live on Facebook and live on YouTube.
Difficulties of being a podcast host. Woo!
Difficulties of being a non-technical person trying to do a live podcast. There she is. She's live. Everybody,
So,
welcome to Bonnie Show.
There you go. And with the Bonnie Show, we have our co-host Angelina, and we also have Dennis the Menace with us today.
Hey, Menace. Dennis the Menace.
That's what he calls himself.
Does he?
Yeah, that's his.
Thought it was DJ Menace.
Oh, sorry. Well, he is Dennis.
He is. They're taking it to a weird place.
Now there you go. I can see you guys now. Yay!
Yay.
Okay, so we went through the whole meaning of fruitcakes. Does anybody remember that, Angelina? Can you say that? Because I closed it out now.
Sure, it was because the UK said no cake or some crap, and they were like, no, we want cake. So they made the most disgusting cake they could think of and gave it to their friends.
Now, I've heard all kinds of different stories about this, and for a while, it was almost like that Amish bread, you know, where you put it in a can, and you take the can to somebody, they add ingredients to it, they pour some off, and then take it on to somebody else.
Oh, the friendship bread?
Yes, that's what it is. I don't know.
Friendship bread is a little better and different.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the batter's been around for 100 years, so let's just keep on going with it, you know.
Well, no.
That's what fruitcake is?
No, that's what I always understood it to be.
Okay, so we left fruitcake, and now we're on to Amish
Yeah, we
friendship
were just
bread.
talking about, how this crap works. I've heard of fruitcakes being hard as rocks. I've never tried one.
I've never seen fruitcake in a can. I've seen it in boxes and cellophane.
Yeah. I swear I saw it in a can in the store.
Well, you said one of your friends got fruitcake in a can as a gift?
Well, he said it's one of the worst gifts to get, so I'm assuming.
That's a pretty bad gift.
Yeah.
And your friend that got a half-eaten box of chocolate is now probably like, at least it wasn't a can of fruitcake.
Probably. And I guess this was like from an aunt that did that.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So the question is, did the aunt eat half of the chocolate or toss out the one she thought she didn't like? Or did the aunt gift somebody else a couple pieces of chocolate in a Ziploc bag?
Good point. Good point. Jennifer, if you're listening, get the answer for us. Now we need to know. So today we're going to talk about some of the best gifts you could receive. What are some of the best gifts you've ever received?
Love.
Jesus. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about love. Yeah.
This year I finally got you know what I got, because Nelson bought it yesterday and could not wait. Even though he bought it yesterday, he couldn't wait a couple days and let me open.
Nelson. I told
But it's a
you.
good thing he did, though, because so he got me a Milwaukee heated vest and a Milwaukee heated coat, because he wasn't sure which one I'd want. So he had me open it. The coat was a size too small because he thought it was, it was women's instead of men's. So it was a size too small, so I got to take it back. The vest was the right size, but somebody had opened up the box and stole the battery and the charger and stuff out of it. So we both back.
Is that what you're doing today to make sure you have it under the tree for tomorrow?
Yeah, we're gonna try to take them back, and hopefully one of the stores has.
But now you do have to wrap it up, put it underneath the tree, and play dumb when you open it.
I've got other gifts to open.
I used to do that when I was
So I don't
younger.
know.
I was curious because, my mom kept wanting to buy me all these girly things. I'm not a girl. I'm a tomboy. I am a girl, but I'm a tomboy. And she kept trying to push me into getting the stuff that just really wasn't for me. So I would kind of peek before I go to school, wrap it all back up.
Oh,
I remember.
I didn't do it. Nelson had me open it. I didn't peek.
I'm just saying that's what And And the one time it was the pink bubble bath in this real pretty bottle. And I had to act surprised. I learned my lesson. I couldn't do it. I'm not a liar of any kind, so it's kind of like, oh crap, what did I just do? And of course, you got mom sitting there saying, "You don't like it, do you?" Yeah, sure. I'm good.
Why would you like pink bubble bath as a Christmas present?
Well, you have to remember she shopped on a really tight budget, and she tried to make sure we had gifts underneath the tree. So, and like I said, she wanted me to be the frilly little girl. She had.
I know that's what I'm saying. Why would you like pink bubble
I don't.
bath?
She had two other ones that were real frilly and girly. You know, she should have just focused on them in that respect. I'm just saying. Give me a football or basketball, and I'm gone. I'm good.
Mm.
One of my favorite gifts as a kid was a soccer ball, and which is hilarious because I never played soccer.
They were
But I
trying to tell you
wanted a
something.
soccer ball. I like playing soccer with friends, as in just kicking the ball at each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Running all the way across the field, not for me.
Too much work. DJ, what's one of the most meaningful gifts you ever got?
Well, it's kind of funny because you did the worst gifts last week. A friend of mine in Sweden, another amateur radio operator, hosted a net last night. The best and worst gifts that you've received for Christmas, and I took part in that net, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember anything right then and there. And of course, I'm the first one on because I whatever reason, and so being on the spot, I just couldn't think. Anyhow, long story short,
Not that it's been long, but go ahead.
yeah, through the net, I started thinking of gifts that I've received, and probably
What was the gift? What was it?
probably the most meaningful gift I've ever received came from Grandma Knapp. The year that she had passed, I can remember it now because
DJ, what the F was the gift?
anyhow, you told the story, Mom, that Grandpa didn't know which one was, which gift was supposed to go to who. So he used his best judgment. Anyhow, the gift wound up being some sort of a toy research chip. And it worked kind of like a transformer and stuff like that. So I wish I still had it today, but unfortunately, like as a kid, you don't. Most kids don't play nice with toys for very long, and they wind up going by the wayside in the end. So
Okay, just so everybody understands this, we lost my mother. Well, right, I had two mothers. We lost one of them 23 years ago. She was a shopper all year long. Unfortunately, she died in November, and on December, my father went to get gifts together for the kids, and everything was just a big mess because she had so much, and that is what he's referring to.
Your version was much faster, but
So real quick, DJ, I'm gonna put you on the spot. No long stories. What's the worst gift you ever got? It could be from me.
you
I'm
can't
okay.
say it. It's from you.
well, that's the other thing too. The net got me thinking, and it's not that it was the worst gift.
Oh, he told his. It was me.
Yeah.
Huh?
You told yours last show. It was me.
No,
It was the bed
well,
sheet.
Yeah. That could have been the worst gift if it was the wrong size for the bed. But anyhow, it's not that the gift was a bad gift. It was actually quite a good one. But
Stop asking.
one Christmas, and I forgot who had gotten it. But one Christmas I'd gotten a model car, which the box made it look great. right? But
Mhm.
at the time, my patience and my capacity to comprehend the instructions just weren't there
A lot
um,
of
to be able to put it together. So that's strictly the only reason it's probably the worst gift I've received.
Henry, bring me that blanket freshly washed and gained because I'm going to take a nap over here. Dude, I said real quick. No long explanations.
I said no.
DJ can't tell his stories quick. It's just who he is as a person.
I know. So,
You got to have all the details, or else it doesn't sink in for you properly.
Yeah, he goes with every little detail. Yeah, he does.
so this is for all of us women out there. The men can kind of go off to the side. A friend of mine also posted today. You know how we have the 3 wise men. 3 wise women would have asked for directions, arrived on time, helped deliver the baby, brought practical gifts, cleaned the stables, made a casserole, and there would be peace on earth.
Oh, what was the worst gift you ever got, Bonnie?
A sewing machine, a little plastic sewing machine. I was about
You got-
9 or 10. Yeah,
Did it actually sew?
it was supposed to. See, back then you had a guy that would go around knocking on doors. Oh, I got all the stuff to sell you. It was almost like the
Oh.
Fuller Brush man, I guess you call him. And my mom bought all this stuff off of him. Again, tomboy, basketball, football, baseball. I don't think I ever sewed anything on that machine, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, heck, at 9, 10, who could thread the needle?
Yeah, that I
I
can
did.
I
Now.
can't thread it now, let alone back then.
Right?
So,
That's
my most meaningful gift. I kept after my kids. I knew I wasn't having any more. They were all grown. It was time for a mother's ring. My niece shows up with her mother's ring. And I'm like, oh, geez, she could still have kids. Where's mine?
Mhm.
Well, somebody sat there nice and quiet, never said a word. I'll never forget that. Come Christmas, I had my mother's ring. My oldest son was working on getting it. Of course, he's going to have everybody pitch in. And Nina knew about it, so she went digging through his computer. And if anybody knows my son, she probably dug for days and days and days.
Mm.
And she found the ring that he was going to get me and made sure I had it. That was probably the best and most meaningful gift I've ever received. I still want to cry when I tell that story. It was
Mhm.
Aww. So I'm on somebody's worst gift and somebody's best gift.
It's not the worst gift.
She said
It
everything. She
could've
said,
been.
I so bad wanted to tell you, but I just couldn't. I had to. And she had Dev give it to me. And Dev said, Grandma, you're going to cry. Boy, he called that one.
You guys remember so much.
Oh,
that I
you
don't.
did good. You told them about it. Told them it was a secret. And they
Yeah,
kept it.
That you can tell secrets to. Well, now you can tell them to all of them, but you son of a.
Oh, Maddox would have been the first one to say, hey, Grandma, guess what you got?
Nah, not anymore.
Back
Probably
then,
when you were
back
little.
then. I mean, he's the one
Yeah.
that almost got me killed at Taco Bell for crying out loud.
No. Well, yes, but you encourage bad behavior.
Look, I wasn't trying to encourage it. He was little, and it just came out of his mouth, and he didn't talk much anyway. He was our quiet one. And I couldn't help. I can't believe. I told him not to say it. It's not my fault. I laughed. I mean, laughter
It
laughter
literally
doesn't give you
is your fault.
permission.
And then when something happened again, you laughed loudly in the person's face
That was
that he was
Katie.
making
No,
fun of.
no, that was
Sorry.
Maddox too, wasn't it?
30-year-old woman at the time. You should know better than to laugh at some poor little meth up. That's like Jacob, but on meth.
He
I just
said,
made it up.
Mommy, he doesn't brush his teeth. Look, they're all falling out.
No, that's not what he said. He said, Mom, and I knew, so I just said, nope, and you're like, what, baby? And he's like, Mom, you were right. If I eat lots of candy, my teeth will fall out, like that guy. And pointed to the guy standing directly next to me, and you very loudly and very close. And I was like, more embarrassed by you than the
My
child.
babies crack me up. What can I say?
This poor man was mortified.
Well, tell him to brush his teeth or not do the meth. Whichever the case may be.
Girl,
Go. Okay, so Nina,
what?
well, are you saying that your jacket and your vest is the best gift you've ever received? Is that where that was going?
That's where that went
Okay.
20 minutes ago.
Well, I was trying because I wanted to make sure I didn't leave anybody out. So,
It's hard because I got a lot of, got a lot of good gifts over the years. So it's hard to like pin it down. I'm lucky that, every year like, oh my God, this is the best gift ever. No, but there's a lot of gifts over the years that were really good gifts. I'm not wearing it, but not that anybody could see me anyways. Nelson got me a real pretty necklace the first year we were together that I wear all the time that I like. It's like the 3 little diamonds in a row. And the cute part about that isn't necessarily the necklace because it's actually a pretty common design, which is funny because he worked hard to not get me a common necklace. So he purposely went to a store that wasn't jewels, like that wasn't Thales or K Jewelers or anything like that. He went to like a mom and pop store and it ended up being the same design everyone else. But he tried so hard.
but let me tell you about this. I want to say kid because he is younger, but he's very much a man. He's a very responsible man, so on and so forth. So I didn't know him very well yet when him and Nina were first together. And why, I don't know, because I don't go to the malls. I went to Erie Mall. Who did I run into but Nelson?
You seen him buy me the necklace?
I don't know if it was the necklace or what. That man was frantic. He did not know what to get her. The look on his face, he's always smiling. All of a sudden I'm looking at him with this concerned look. I just don't know what to get her. And unfortunately, I was still uncomfortable. I wasn't real sure how he felt, about dealing with me under the circumstances, and I hadn't had a chance to get to know him. And I'm like, I don't know how to answer you. But he was looking for some serious ideas. He's like, Bonnie, what do you think? She's kind of picky. I don't know.
And I'm literally not even picky. Everybody acts like I'm this big, hard person shopper. It's like, literally, is it pink or is it glittery or does it shine? I'm like I'm a freaking crow, for heaven's sakes.
Okay,
Give me something shiny and I'm literally food, chocolate. Just don't eat half the box before you
But
give it to me.
that's not something you could do every year. You have to up your game every year, or at least come close.
Glittery, shiny. I just don't like junk. I don't like tchotchke stuff that's just gonna sit on a shelf I just don't like tchotchke stuff. I want it to be something I'm gonna use or have. Like something you can wear,
But see, like
Freaking-
I said, I don't buy clothes, so
you can't go wrong with a good insulated cup.
it's got to be
Literally.
Stanley.
Huh?
Stanley.
Not a Yeti, preferably.
So, that's and this, of course, could go for birthdays and stuff. And I do believe this was the birthday gift. It was somebody asked you specifically what you want, and then they start, this, I found this, I found this, I found this, and send you total opposite of what you asked for. That's kind of rude. Now,
Yeah.
now I could, if it were me, I would have said, look, honey, I really want to get you this, and I can't. Do you want a certificate to get it later, or would you be satisfied with this? Because I don't want to buy something that's just going to sit there.
One year I wanted a Nintendo DS and they were all sold out. And so my mom and maybe somebody else, it might have been just my parents, but they gave me the money so that way I could get it when it was back in stock.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice. That's
And
awesome.
like when boys want something that's super expensive, like the computer, everybody kind of donated pieces and parts of the computer to get it. So there's always a way, even if the person wants something that's out of your budget,
Mhm.
usually you could buy like something to help them get there or something
But the thing
toward.
of it is, you have to say something like Maddox was very forward with, I really want this. And
He
he
is very
flat out
forward.
said, if you want to give me the parts and pieces, I have someone that'll put it together for me. And he did. He's a computer freak. He does the gaming and everything. And I wanted it, not you. Although you could take a nap, so you hush for a minute, but you know.
Yeah, it's nice and warm too, and toasty.
Oh, he put it in the dryer for him. DJ's hubby just came in with a nice warm fuzzy blanket that he put in the dryer and warmed it up for him. Spoiled.
Okay, what are some
It's-
good? Well, actually, that's for the movies. We're going to movies in a little bit,
Oh.
and Henry takes a movie
Got a
blanket.
Wonka on. Get a Wonka. Oh.
Well, I'm not
I
taking a
didn't-
blanket because I might curl up in those chairs and go to sleep. Oh, they're so cozy.
Someone said the best gift they ever got was Christmas dinner with my father. My whole life up to that point, I was lied to by my mother. She made me think he was a monster, all while me and my siblings were starved because her buying weed was always the first priority. I was under the impression the family gathering around for Christmas dinner was just a television trope until I got kicked out and lived with my dad. It was surreal. People laughing, music playing, and more food than I've ever seen in one place.
Wow. And I, you know, although I wasn't told my dad was a monster or anything like that, but my dad was a workaholic, so I really didn't know my dad when I was younger. And then one day I'm told I'm going to go live with them, and it just happened to be Thanksgiving Day. And you know, I don't ever remember a Thanksgiving dinner until that day. I walked in, and of course, I knew who my mom was, you know, my stepmom and the family, because I spent time there. It was just a matter of my dad always working, and it was probably one of the best days I'd ever had.
Aw.
Well, you know, think about it. I was little. I was an only child, and under the circumstances, especially under the circumstances, everybody just doted on me. I even had a
Aw,
special-
that would be nice.
I even had a special chair for the table so I could sit up there with the adults. Isn't that cool?
No. That is nice. That's very nice.
What else you got over there, Angelina?
Well, you know, somebody posted something the other day that makes you think. They were saying that whenever they have a secret Santa, something like at work, that they always go all out because you never know who that might be the only gift you're going to get that year.
Right.
Some people don't have family, don't have friends, so that might be the only thing they get to open, or they just don't have their family just doesn't do it for whatever reason. So they always try to go that little extra, make the bag look super cute, put bells on it, try to make it special for the person using what they know about them, and
Right.
go all out. And I thought that's such a good idea. I did not think about that, especially as we become adults. A lot of families who have a ton of children just buy for the kids. They don't buy for the adults.
So
So
this year's going to be a tough one because we're not buying for each other, so it's definitely going to be different.
yeah, which was very convenient for me because I had to buy way less things.
Oh no, I didn't say you didn't have to buy for us. I said we're not
What?
doing it. You chose not to be here this Christmas, so you're excluded from that category. I'm just kidding.
It's too late. Christmas is over.
So you've given me some of the best Christmas gifts I could ever ask for. I got 3 precious grandsons. You brought Nelson into our lives. And of course, you're still looking like that. I'm telling him you did that too.
And I give you drugs. Just kidding. A lot of people mention cash as the best gift they ever got, which is funny because that's kind of one of those things that you see pop up on the bad gifts, as in like, oh, it's not thoughtful. But it probably goes with how we also said if somebody wanted something bigger that they couldn't afford,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
then you're giving them the money towards it. But you know, my sister is really super hard to buy for. She won't give you ideas, and then if you buy her something she doesn't like, she'll flat out be like, "Ew, why'd you get me this?"
Oh, that's rude. I would buy her anything then.
So after I bought her something and she said that to me, I was like, "Oh," because I was all excited because I thought she was gonna like it. So the next year I got her a gift card for. She goes to Dunkin' Donuts all the time, the same way I did. So I got her a gift card for Dunkin' Donuts and was like, "Copies on me for the next however long."
Right.
She was like, she opened it and she goes, "Oh, so this is what we're doing now? Gift cards?"
You can't win.
I haven't bought her anything in years now.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
But,
No.
The only thing I always liked the idea of money because like you said, something you really want. If if you're saving up for it, or like you know, my money's tight right now. My dad gave me money for my birthday. I was able to go get I had to put a little extra in and get my hair done. It made me feel good about myself. So to me, it was a perfect gift. The hard part was when my kids were little, because people give you gifts, cash gifts, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, I need this in the house, or the kids need this, and that's where your money went. But it's okay, because my kids were taken
Gift
care of.
card, you were kind of forced to spend it on yourself.
Yeah, I spent several years, Home Depot, Lowe's, because I was trying to do things in the house, and everybody gave me what I was asking for. I have
DJ and I love to spend money, so we're good with money all the time.
So we're not exchanging gifts, but my gift from DJ and Henry today, we're going to the movies, dinner, and see the lights.
Aww.
So this is going to be an odd Christmas for me, because the first year without my husband, the first year in my entire life, my dad's not doing Christmas Eve dinner.
He's not.
No.
Oh.
I got some adjusting to do. I mean, it's not like I don't have things to do, I mean,
Right.
I'll definitely keep myself busy, and even if it's just watching my Christmas movies.
Mm.
So
Somebody said my ex scanned a bunch of my drawings and found a website to make a really nice hardcover book of them with an inscription that said, "You have so much potential. Never stop creating. I love you."
wow.
Said it was the most thoughtful gift I've ever received. Then we broke up and she demanded it back.
No way.
Ignore that last part. It was a really sweet gift.
Wow. That was. What will she do with it?
That's what the person went on to say. She had no possible use for it. She just didn't want me to have it.
That's pretty low.
My bearded dragon. He kept me company through a rough year. Oh, this is a Nintendo 64. So the one year my sister got the Nintendo 64 and I got a PlayStation. That was a really good year.
Yeah.
I loved my little PlayStation. Playing Tomb Raider and Spyro and Crash Bandicoot.
Wow.
I loved my little PlayStation. Yeah. Playing Tomb Raider and Spyro. Oh, Henry must be listening.
Don't come in here.
I'm just laughing about the closed caption. But she says, ignore that last part. The closed caption says, ignore that last part.
Oh,
Henry, you're invited to today's show. What are you doing over there?
my first pair of quality figure skates and a stereo with the 3-disc changer for my room. Oh, I used
that
to
was
have
back
this
in
little
the day.
Yeah, I had a 6-disc changer. I had a boombox that did like probably 3.
Oh, so
It
you're
was
gonna rub
probably-
it in? Boom boxes weren't even in style when you were a kid. You got yours and I couldn't get mine. Is that what you're doing?
They were in style. I just told you I had one that had 3. And then I got a little stereo for my room that did like 6.
You're still rubbing. You're pouring salt on my wound. I never got mine.
Aww. Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta continue.
I had some weird Christmases, man. The picture was
My-
nice. I hung it on my wall and pretended I could put CDs in it. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
I don't think we had
My-
CDs then. It would have been tapes.
My aunt and uncle got me this could have been a risky gift. A bow and arrow set. Normally my family just asks for lists of things I want and I get some of those things, so there's never really any surprise. But I never asked for a bow. I just mentioned a couple times how much I was interested in archery. It honestly was the most thoughtful gift anybody had ever given me.
Aw.
So yeah, that's one thing. If somebody talks about what they like, for me though, if somebody mentions stuff they like, I would have to write it down because I'm gonna forget.
Yeah. I'll forget even if I do write it down.
Where's my list? I have no idea where I put it.
That's kind of like, even with the boys growing up, I found more of what they wanted through them talking than I did out of lists.
Oh well, see, lucky for me, they make a nice note in the iPhone and share the note with me, and then they can edit and change and add and stuff as the.
Oh, there you
Time.
go. We didn't have that luxury, but okay.
A diamante choker. I don't know if that's misspelled for diamond or if diamante is a fancy jewelry brand because I'm not real familiar with jewelry.
I
She
don't
said
know.
it's my favorite piece of jewelry. And I'd only mentioned to him how much I liked the look of the chokers a handful of times. And he hunted down one he thought I'd like.
All right.
She said on the flip side, this year he's threatened to get me one of those no hair removers. Nothing says I love you like a device to shave your upper lip hair, right?
Oh. In case y'all don't notice, we have a comedian in the background over there.
Yeah. Aw, becoming an uncle. My niece is only less than 2 months old, and she is an angel.
Aw.
All expense paid trip to spend Christmas in New Zealand. I've gotten this gift twice.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't say the other one because it's inappropriate, but it's something all men would really, really appreciate from the significant others in their life. That only a
Good
And re-
Lord.
news that my dad is coming home. He had brain surgery to remove a tumor and has been in hospital rehab the past 2 months.
Wow. Glad he's coming home. He's going to be home for Christmas, it sounds like. Yay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's always good. Xbox 360, my first gaming console. Several people said an Xbox 360.
That was what? Probably what? A good, 10, 15 years ago that those were?
Yeah, probably, I would say. Game Boys, things like that. You know, it's funny, this person must be from the UK because they said Happy Cake Day.
Well, actually, we used to always have cake on Christmas when my mom did Christmas. She would always have a cake for Jesus because she wanted us to remember what the day was all about. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A Beyblade Stadium and some Beyblades. Oh, Dev got that. He used to be into those little Beyblades things.
I remember
Like,
that. You zip it
Yeah,
and
the
they,
thing.
yeah.
yeah. Zip it in. Let it rip was their little.
Yeah.
Thank you cards. I used to volunteer for an inner city after school program. At Christmas one year, I received a bunch of handmade thank you cards from several kids in the program. Aw. The next time I went in, I asked the director if she made the She said no, it was the kids' ID.
Aw.
So that made her love them even more. My friend bought me some of those awesome Frida Kahlo songs, and I cried. I don't know what Frida Kahlo songs are, though.
I don't know.
Frida Kahlo is a world famous artist from Mexico, I believe.
Oh, well, this is spelled different. Oh, it is a Mexican painter. Because I know who it is, because the restaurant in Ashtabula, that Mexican restaurant, it's that Frida with the unibrow.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
That in the mall, that Mexican, I don't remember, but I know it's about Frida.
Yeah, I know, I haven't.
But yes.
I haven't eaten there, but yeah.
It's actually good. I actually like that restaurant, although we haven't had Mexican.
I don't go to Mexican restaurants because I'm never sure if they're gonna have something that my stomach can handle. I don't want to just sit there, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't gotten anything the past few years as punishment for not being there because I had to work.
Oh.
But when I was 4 or 5, my uncle got me a Barbie Jeep. It went 10 miles at the fastest and lasted a good 45 minutes to an hour before having to be charged for 3 hours. But it had a horn, Velcro seatbelts, a radio, and was supposed to fit 2 people, but could really only fit 1. But it was awesome. I even tried to run away in it because my sister ratted me out for eating Oreos before dinner.
Well, I don't think you're getting too far, honey, but that's cute.
It is cute.
Dead silence
You guys
here.
you come up with everything, huh?
Well, let's talk about traditions. What are some of your favorite Christmas traditions?
I don't have any traditions, so you better say some.
Well, I know growing up, we were always allowed to open a gift on Christmas Eve. And I
The
carry
boys
that-
try that with me, but it doesn't work.
Well, I carry the tradition over with my boys. It's usually something small, but just something to get you hyped up and ready for the next day, I guess.
Christmas time is the only time I ever bake, so maybe baking is a tradition for us, even though I didn't realize it. Which I haven't baked anything but bread this year. Probably need to bake it. Usually Kate and I decorate either sugar cookies or gingerbread cookies.
Yeah.
Didn't
I have
do
some
anything.
boxes of cookies Johnny wants me to make up down there, but I don't know.
Well, so we did gingerbread cookies one year with the kit, and then we tried to eat it, and it was so gross.
Oh,
It was so gross. So I was curious if fresh gingerbread cookies tasted as bad. So I made gingerbread cookies, and he had these little ninja cookie cutters that were little gingerbread men doing like ninja moves. We made those, and fresh gingerbread cookies taste completely different and are way
Fresh.
better.
Fresh gingerbread cookies are freaking amazing.
There's so much. If you tasted those fake ones at the store, you'd be like, "Ew!" I hate gingerbread cookies. I'm never eating it. But yeah, fresh is way different. I guess that probably goes with most things. But
keep chatting, guys. I'll be back in 1 second. Just keep on chatting about your traditions and all that good stuff.
1 second, stop!
this show is so jacked up. You know what else is usually a tradition that most people probably don't realize is going to see Christmas lights.
Yeah.
'Cause-
That's something that Mom would do with us every year growing up is take us around to see all the Christmas lights.
And she still likes to do it now. Just usually you guys are driving.
Yeah.
Well, and living right by lights on the lake, you know.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to wind up doing is come back from dinner and a movie and go down to the lights on the lake.
Yeah, the other one's closed out yesterday. The one Uncharted. Yeah, the one we took her last year with all the. I'm not sure if she told you about it. With all the lights all over the place. Down the farm.
Yeah. The Metro Farm.
Yeah, they closed out yesterday.
Ah.
I guess they originally used to do instead of doing the whole drive-through thing with the car,
Mhm.
the horse and buggy.
Oh, that
I want to do that so bad. I know sometimes they get the horse and the buggy for lights on the lake,
Mhm.
and I've always wanted to try it. To go through on the little horse and buggy. I thought that would be so cool.
Didn't we do that one year?
Still do this? What?
Weren't you with us when we did that? I know the boys were.
I never got to do on the horse. You took the kids.
Aw,
Every time I went, there was no horse and buggy.
that stinks.
I remember one year we went to the Christmas parade. I think it was in Geneva, and they had the horse and sleigh.
I do like taking the kids to a Christmas parade. This year we accidentally missed it. They have a really nice one here that Kate and I happened to go to last year, and I completely forgot to go to it this year.
Aw.
So no Christmas parade for us, but we usually always go to one, whether it was here or when we lived in Ohio, whether it was Geneva or Ashtabula one. We usually did some.
Or sometimes we did both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss those days, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you stay out
Caden
there
will still
freezing
go
stuff.
with you, but the other two
Good.
usually don't.
I don't-
Watching classic Christmas movies is a tradition a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
cozy up.
What is it? A Charlie Brown Christmas. A lot of people like to watch that. Yeah.
But do you notice they took all the cute little cartoons off the air? You got to go on sites now that charge money to watch most of them.
What?
Aw,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have known that because we don't have cable or satellite or anything like that.
There's
But
one that you have to subscribe to. It's free. It's called Rediscover. Something I can't remember what it is. I have to find out the name of it. but it's free. It has all the classic Christmas movies on there, even the Charlie Brown one.
Nice.
That was something that, you know, of course, we had this little teeny tiny black and white TV, but as growing up, we gathered around it because we have what they call TV time. And that's what we would watch and then go on to bed. I tried to pass that on to my kids. I know they got to see some of them, but
The boys did when they were younger, watched all the older cartoons. But that wasn't one that really stuck. They weren't really into the. Caden will watch every Christmas movie and Christmas show ever.
he takes after grandma.
He does that on Halloween too. He'll watch everything that has to do with scary or Halloween or anything that fits the theme. You'll see on our Netflix or whatever that it's just all of it says just watched, and it'll be like everything to the theme. You know, one thing that I used to do with the kids but don't really anymore was advent calendars.
Those are nice.
Yeah, and they come in so many different types. Like Caden had a Lego one. So each day you would open up the little pouch, and there would be something that you built. So it'd be like a little snowman or a little reindeer.
Oh, how cute!
Yeah. He got bored with it honestly really quick, and wasn't opening it, wasn't building it.
So,
And then we
tell
sat
the
together.
truth. Did you
one day
take
and
over?
opened it. Huh?
Did you take over and do it?
No, one day he got bored, and it was way after Christmas, and him and I sat there and just put the whole thing together. Because when it's all finished, it made a cute little wintry scene.
Oh,
So it'd be like
nice.
people ice skating and Santa in a sleigh or whatever. It was like a whole little Christmassy scene.
Nice.
Little Christmas tree.
So speaking of advent calendars, Nina,
Uh-huh.
Dear Romance has them too now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know that some of the makeup stores like Sephora and stuff used to have them. I don't know if they did it this year, because last year girls were spending like $100 on this Sephora advent calendar, and when they were opening them, it was all like junk in there, like tiny itty bitty little, like it was nowhere near $100 worth of product. So there was like a lot of complaints about it.
Wow.
Gingerbread house. A lot of people make gingerbread houses at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I was
I've never
actually
made
thinking
one.
about buying some and having like a little family contest, you know?
That'd be cute.
It'd be a lot of trash.
I mean, you'd have to go get it like right now.
Right. But it might be fun and get the kids involved.
I'm sure.
A lot of people do their family pictures around Christmas time. That's kind of a tradition for some people.
Or they'll do a family portrait for Christmas cards. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I like that,
Like,
but you know, some
see.
people will put the pictures up for the holiday and then take them back down. If I spend
Yeah.
all that money on pictures, I want them hung up.
See, right. I usually I wrap all my pictures that are hanging up to look like presents hanging on the walls. I didn't do it this year, but that's as far as I go as far as Christmas themed pictures. But I do have my painting of Santa with a train in my dining room. I aspire someday to be the person that switches out all their decor.
I have a friend that does that.
I know.
I have a friend that does it right down to the curtains, the tablecloths, the throw rugs, everything.
And my job would be easier because I don't even have curtains.
There you go. Well, you probably have to
Well-
get some when you come back this way, but
When we move, there's a little bit more space. Like the attic isn't like our attic with a narrow door that you have to go up. It's like level with the second floor. So it'll be easier to store stuff in and out of there. So I may become more ambitious.
Nelson,
Bringing
hide
kids
the
in the-
wallet.
Okay. His card is in my wallet. Nelson hides his wallet all the time on accident. He can never find it.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. He had to redo everything. I remember that.
Yeah, he ended up finding it later, but
Did he?
Yep.
Where
It was at his mom's on the ground, somebody pointed out.
Ah,
Eggnog is one of those things that I'd say that's a tradition because it's only out at Christmas time.
mm-hmm.
I am not a fan of eggnog.
I don't
I
know
think
that
it's
I've ever tried it, but I can't bring myself to. I say it's nasty, and I don't think I've even ever tried it.
I've sipped it. It's like sweet, thick milk.
Mm.
What about you, DJ?
What's that?
Eggnog.
Eggnog.
Some brands don't bother me as others do.
Yeah.
Um,
You've tried it
You know what
enough
DJ
times.
does? He goes and buys a crap load of different kinds, and he like, don't like.
no, Henry really likes the eggnog. So he gets it, and just about every year. And I'll try some here and there. And it's for me, it's almost like texture wise, it's just like a watered down milkshake.
Nah.
Yeah,
See,
that's why I said thick milk. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. It's a texture thing for me.
Yeah. But flavor wise, most of them are okay.
I get
Yeah.
the Southern Comfort one, and then I add a little bit of Malibu to it.
Yeah. So you're drinking the adult eggnog.
That's what I was gonna say. Is there really like one with liquor and one without?
Well, yeah. The eggnog that you buy in the stores is all alcohol free, and you have to add your own alcohol to
Okay.
it. And I found that I don't like it at all with alcohol in it.
DJ
Yeah.
really shouldn't drink alcohol at all, but I'll keep my opinion to myself on that one.
Me too. I'll get my stories on the internet.
It's kind of funny. She has a story, and so do I.
Leaving cookies out for Santa is a tradition a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Yes. We used to
You were
always-
trying to start one this year with caroling.
Yes, Henry and I were, because I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to
Yeah.
reach out and do different things. And as a child, we did go caroling.
I would pay you money to not sing in my face.
Are you being?
So
That's just rude.
But just for that, we're gonna come down there and drive down there on New Year's,
All right.
and we're gonna start singing Carol statue.
That's a long drive to prove a point, but go for it. You guys are welcome anytime. Preferably on December 27th. Come on down.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah, I'll bring the cow and the moon, the horse with it too.
I'm staying home on the
Oh.
27th. Well, I have to work, but
Nativity scenes are a Christmas tradition. A lot of
Yeah.
people have their own versions of nativity scenes outside or inside. I've seen some pretty big ones this year that people were like making on their own, like building a
Yeah, those are so nice.
and cutting out all the little characters on the boards and putting them up.
Yeah, a lot of people are really going all out now. I feel bad. There's a guy on West Avenue over here. He always has the blow ups and the lights, and I mean, there's a lot. And he posted this year he was really sorry. He did start putting stuff up, but we've had heavy winds, and didn't his whole family go and get sick.
Oh,
So all his inflatable ones are just laying in his yard.
that sucks.
Yeah, they spend a lot of money on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to really have an interest and want to do it to spend that kind of money.
What about, have you ever heard anyone celebrating Sinterklaas?
Say that again.
Sinterklaas.
What's a Sinterklaas?
It's a Dutch tradition for St. Nicholas. So on December 5th, the night before, where children leave their shoes by the fireplace with carrots sticking out for the horses,
Okay.
and then he leaves a small gift or treat in exchange.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can't forget Krampus too, for the naughty kid.
Yeah.
Now, what is that? A German tradition? I think
I
it
think
is.
so. Yeah.
This is one I would like that we're gonna start next year is buy a real Christmas tree.
I can't. I
We-
tried it.
We used to always, my dad used to, and mom used to take us to go pick out a real Christmas tree when we were younger. Before fake Christmas trees were like the standard.
Yeah.
I would like to have a real one with the boys at least once. And since we plan on opening a Christmas tree farm,
Oh yeah.
naturally we have a live Christmas tree, right?
Yep. I tried one. We lived in like a double wide trailer, and I thought it's open and bigger. Let's try this. Oh God, I was so miserable the entire time. I could not wait to take that tree down.
I think Rena, Nelson's sister, is very allergic to the green tree.
Don't come visit. We're getting a real tree.
Matching pajamas is a tradition I see a lot of people do, the whole family.
Yeah, I tried
Matching
that, but my
pajamas.
family was all humbug on that one. I'm sure the kids would have done it, but
All you gotta do is you gotta sorry, join do it with your dogs. I don't know why I can't say it. Now they sell matching pajamas with you and your dogs.
oh no way.
Me and Matt had matching pajamas last year, and then Nelson and Jolie.
Wow.
Target does it a lot. You would have to drive ways to get to a Target, probably, but you gotta drive ways to get to anything.
Yeah, we only have a Walmart
Nope.
here.
You know what's Walmart did have some. Our Walmart had some this year, matching pajamas for the family and included dogs. I forgot about that.
Well,
I think it's becoming such a popular thing that it's easier to do.
Unfortunately, I bought myself something to wear for Christmas Day, so spending money I shouldn't be spending. But
You know what I didn't realize was a tradition, but it's something that I do, and it's actually listed as a tradition? Make cinnamon rolls.
oh yeah,
I usually make cinnamon rolls for breakfast on Christmas morning, and I did not know that that's apparently a thing.
we've done that a few times, but we never made a tradition out of it. We probably should have. It was like the kids would
I
break
did it
their
on-
stocking, and in their stockings they would have fruits and candies, and so
Yeah, you were the first person to put fruits in the stocking, and I stole that idea for a lot of years.
I mean, it definitely gave you more, and it gave them something aside from the candy to. My mom taught me that. That's what my mom always did for us.
It's a good idea, and most kids love fruit. So
Yeah. A lot of times my
cookie
kids would eat the
platters.
fruit and- yes, cookie
You-
platters.
most
are nice.
families have cookie platters, whether it's a family member that brings it or does it, or they do it themselves.
I
Most
bought a
people have
nice
some
one
form of
last year. I
cookie.
didn't do it this year though.
They're kind of expensive. Like our Kroger, Publix had cookie platters that actually looked pretty good, but they were expensive, and I was like,
Well, I had a friend last year. I think she charged me $25 for this platter, and oh my God, the stuff she had on it was unreal. It was definitely worth more than what I paid for it.
Gotcha. That's good.
Well, I even
If you
messaged
know
her-
somebody, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, she was just kind of getting started and stuff. I messaged her. I said, "Baby, you need to charge more money for this because it's just." I don't see where she was profiting. What are you two doing over there? I could see them. I know you guys can't, but they're there for
He was
something.
muted, and DJ had to help him out. He didn't know he was muted. Ugly sweaters are a Christmas tradition for a lot of people too. Nelson and I have ugly Christmas sweaters.
What was that movie? The Crumps or something like that? That's what they always had the ugly sweaters on.
For what?
I think it was the Crumps or something like that. They always did the ugly sweaters for Christmas.
That's you.
I don't know.
Na, 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 na.
Oh,
I got
we're
your
just
note.
sitting here chit chat and everything.
Well-
So next week we're just gonna have probably in a general conversation. Maybe we'll get some scoop on some of the celebrities and do celebrity gossip. But the fun part is Sunday at 6:00. Not this Sunday, next Sunday for New Year's Eve. We are going to do a pre-party show. Bring your drinks, your snacks, whatever. And I see a lot of people saying, "What do you do New Year's Eve? I'm stuck at home." Well, this is going to be my first New Year's Eve at home alone, so I'm just going to have my sangria, which I'm probably saying wrong. Got my little snacks, and then I'm going to bed and bringing the new year in sound asleep.
That's how I bring it in every year.
You're right. I got the superstitions that I do, like the bread on the table, money in the pocket, As a matter of fact, I got a list to share with you guys. There's like 15.
There you go.
Yeah, 15 different superstitions that people follow. Now, my mom always told me all laundry had to be done, the house had to be clean. That was a sign that that's the way your New Year's was going to be. And I'm not going to go into detail, especially since I don't have it in front of me. But they say, do not clean the house. So we'll have to figure out what that's all about. I don't know. Personally, I don't want to bring New Year's in with a dirty house anyway. I mean, who wants to sit there and celebrate in filth?
I know.
Yeah, I can't relax if my house is messy.
Right. So, yeah, we'll have some good chats next week. We'll cover maybe Saturday we'll cover the traditions or the superstitions. That way, those that believe in that kind of stuff can prepare.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you got to tell them early enough to be able to do it.
Yes. Bread on the table means you always have food. Money in your pocket means you'll never be broke.
Well, don't give it all away now,
Oh.
woman.
Those were just a couple I was raised on. I'm sorry.
We can
Maybe
talk
just
about the car show throughout the years, how different it became since Ryan Seacrest took it over.
What are you talking about?
Dick Clarkson
Dick Clarkson.
rocking New Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
how different it throughout the years has gotten.
Well, these people get older and they pass on, and then other people that are taking over don't have that same personality. They're trying to put a different spin on everything. People want to update and change. I mean, that's all there is to that. But it's okay because I will probably be sleeping anyway.
I'd say let Dolly Parton take it over.
make sure you put out a post telling people that you're going to talk about the New Year's traditions so they can watch and learn what they are if they want to know.
Yeah.
Because that one viewer is me.
Yeah, well, I was doing some digging, and some of them just had like 5, and then there were 6, and I'm like, what the heck? I mean, you wouldn't believe the changes in what people think and how they put it. It's amazing. Everybody's different.
Yep.
So.
All right. Sign off.
Yes, we're signing off. Happy, what is this? Happy Christmas Eve. Go spend some time with your family and have a good time. What, Henry?
I was saying, so long, farewell.
I'm going to
Time to
spend the rest
see
of my
Elf
day
on
with
the
my
show.
family.
Back with Santa.
Have a Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody. and
Christmas,
enjoy
one
your
and